Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students. This is Miss Layla Jihani again. Inshallah, today we will continue our unit, Who Used My Toothpaste? Today, inshallah, we will cover the last lesson for the new unit, lesson 12, for meaning and function. Before we start, let's recall what we covered in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we covered the relative pronouns and relative clauses, how to form them, and the difference between the relative pronouns, who, which, that, where, and whose. Also, we wrote about impolite behavior and how it affects other people. Okay? Inshallah, in our lesson today, by the end of it, you will be able to use must and can't in clear sentences. This is what we are covering. And also, we use so that, such that in meaningful statements. Okay? Before we start, I gave you a homework, page 116, as an extra practice for writing. Complete the college roommate application with your own information. Here we have an application. You have to complete the statement using your own information. What do you enjoy doing? I enjoy reading, painting, and playing chess or playing football. Tell us what is your hobbies, the things you like to do. Question 2, what are some things that irritate you, things that you hate, okay? Some things that irritate me are people borrowing things without asking and leaving dirty dishes in the sink without washing it. This is the things that irritate me, things that I hate. Okay, for example, you can write your own ideas. Question 3, when do you go to bed? When do you get up? So your routine, when do you go to sleep and when do you wake up? I go to bed at 11 p.m. and I get up 7 a.m. For example, what kind of food do you like? Do you like cooking? Okay, what kind of food? You can write Chinese, Indian, Saudi dishes. Do you like cooking? You can say yes or no. I like chicken and fish. I love Indian cuisine and I love to cook. I answered all the questions. 5, when do you usually study? Does noise bother you when you study? I usually study in the evening and I can't stand noise when I study. Okay? 6, question 6, I will read only the answers. I always keep things tidy and pick up my things. I clean my room once a week. 7, I prefer going out with my friends. 8, I spend about 3 hours a week talking on the phone. So we answered all the questions. Now we have to transfer it into writing. Write a paragraph about what roommates should know about you. Things a roommate should know about me. The things they should know. You can use the questions and your answers. What do you like? When do you go to sleep? What is your favorite type of food? Your hobbies? Write it and transfer it into writing. Let's read the paragraph together. Okay. There are some very important things that a roommate should know about me. I really enjoy playing chess, painting, and reading. There are a couple things that irritate me. For example, I can't stand it when someone leaves dirty dishes in the sink or borrows my things without asking. I go to bed early and I get up early too. My favorite food is Indian and I love to cook. I usually study in the evening, so my roommates should be quiet then. I always keep things tidy and I clean my room once a week. I don't spend much time talking on the phone and I'd rather go out with friends than invite them over. So I transferred the question into writing. For our lesson today, page 47, okay, we have can't and must. It can't be rain. These are examples we can see in our book. There isn't a cloud in the sky. It must be the neighbor. She's watering the plants on her balcony. So when you look at these statements, when she look at the lady who is watering, does she know who the person is? No, she is guessing. صح? She said she must be the neighbor because she's watering the plants. Okay, she's making guesses. Okay, we're not sure about the information. It can't be rain. There isn't a cloud in the sky. It must be a neighbor. She's watering the plants. We're not sure about the information. So we use can't. And must, we use it to speculate, to guess, to speculate. We use it to speculate. What does speculate mean? Guess, okay? Guess something, okay? Now, here, look at these statements. Let's try to guess and complete the statements. Before we do it, must and can't, do they have the same meaning? لا, they have an opposite meaning. When you say, I can't go to school today, or I must go to school today, they have a different meaning, okay? Let's try to do these statements together. You can't find it in your book. Let's do it together. We have the first sentence here. He passed the exam. He be happy. When you pass an exam, you can't be happy or you must be happy? Must. So here we write must. Okay? The second one, 36 plus 7 equals 42. I'm not good at math. Are you good at math? Can you try to check the answer? That must be right or can't be right? What do you think? Can you try to count it? I'm really bad at math. I think it's not correct. So we say that can't be right. Okay? You just ate lunch. Here, when you just ate lunch, you just finished your food. You must be hungry or you can't be hungry? You can't. You just finished your food. So you can't, here we write, can't be hungry. The last statement, she didn't sleep last night. She be tired. When you don't sleep at night, you will be tired or you can't be tired or you must be tired. So we write must. Okay? This is an exercise. What is the difference between must and can't? As we said before, must, we use it to say we are sure of something. When we are sure of something. Must and can, they are opposites. Okay? They don't have the same meaning. They are opposites. Okay? We use can to say we think something is impossible. When we think something is impossible, we use can't. Okay, like the example, can't be rain. Okay? Try now to complete exercise A. Complete the sentence with can't or must. Okay? Bedriya couldn't sleep last night. She, what? Can't be tired or must be? Excellent. She must be because she couldn't sleep last night. She must. We write must. Okay, question 2. Ahmed's just joking. Ahmed is just joking. He, serious. When someone is joking, he can't be serious. So we write can't. Okay? You haven't eaten all day. You, what do you think? Must or mustn't be hungry? When you didn't eat at all, you must be hungry. So we write must. Now look at the other statements. Look at the other exercises. Try to do it with your friends and compare the answers. And we will just go through the answers together. As we said, number 1, we have must. 2, we have can't. 3, we have must. 4, must. And 5, can't. 6, can't. Okay, this is the answers for question exercise A. Now moving on to the other part of form, meaning and function. Okay, we have, it was such a hot day. The test was so difficult. When we have such and so here, okay, what does such and so mean in the sentence? What do they mean? When you say it was such a hot day, can you try to replace it with another sentence? Another word, sorry. Yes, you can say it was a very hot day, or the test was very difficult. Okay, you can replace it with very. They emphasize the adjective and make it stronger. Okay, like very hot or very difficult. They give more strength to the adjective and give it more, make it more stronger. Okay. Now let's try to complete these by adding more. Can you try to complete the sentences? It was such a hot day that. Try to complete it with your own idea. The test was so difficult that what? By adding the word that, these phrases now express a cause. Here we have to write a cause, okay? It was such a hot day that I went to the beach because it's very hot. I went to the beach to swim, okay? We have a cause and effect, okay? The test was so difficult that I got a C, for example, okay? Complete the sentences with an effect. Let's try see what do you have. Write your own sentences. Let's see it. You can say it was such a hot day that we went to the beach, or it was such a hot day we couldn't play football. Okay. For the second one here, the test was so difficult that I couldn't answer all the questions, or the test was so difficult that no one passed. Okay, I'm giving more meaning, giving an explanation, a cause for the first part. Okay, so that and such that, as we saw in the sentences, so and such make the meaning of an adjective or an adverb stronger, such and so alone. But when we have that, so that, and such that, we use it to show cause and effect. Here we said so and such alone. They give the adjective or the adverb, make it more stronger. Okay? But here, so that, such as, they show cause and effect. This is the difference. This is, you can see it on your book, page 47. We have so, adjective or an adverb, then that. He is so fast that he won the race. Here we have the cause and effect. He ran so fast that he won the race. This is the first part. We have so, adjective or an adverb, then that. Also, we have another way where we have so and many, much, or plus noun. When do we use many and much? We will see the difference later on. Plus noun, that. Noun, we have books, homework. These are nouns, okay? He has so many books that he can hardly carry them. I have so much homework that I can't go out tonight. The ones in blue are the nouns. Such plus adjective, noun, that. It was such a difficult test that none of the students did well. When we look at many and much, what is the difference, ya miss? When do I use many and when do I use much? We look at the noun. Do you remember when we talked about countable nouns and uncountable nouns? Yes, we already talked about it before in previous lessons. The countable nouns, things you can count, like 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, okay? Uncountable nouns like water. Can you say 1 water, 2 water? لا, you can't say it. Water is uncountable. You can count it. You can say a bottle of water, a cup of water, but you don't say 1 water, 2 waters, okay? This is the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. So we use many with countable nouns, things we can count. We use much with uncountable nouns, things we cannot count, okay? Now, this is just an exercise, right? The correct word to complete each sentence, okay? We have so and we have that, okay? Here we have nouns. Cookies, cookies. Can you count cookies? Yes, you can. Coffee, can you count coffee? No, you can't. So what did we say? When we have things we can count, what do we use? Things we can count. We can say many. So we write many. And things we cannot count, what do we use? We use much. So we write much. Okay? Now look at this exercise, exercise B. Here you have to use either can't, must, so, or such. Okay? Then practice the conversation with a partner. I want you to pause the video, try to do the exercise, check your answers, practice the conversation with your friend, and let's see the answers together. Okay? A, this can't be your apartment. Don't you recognize it? Not at all. It was so run down that I wondered why you wanted to buy it. B, well, it was so cheap that I could afford it, and it has such a beautiful view of the harbor. But I know it was such a mess that I couldn't stand it. The paint was so old that it was coming off the walls and the floors. There were just so many things to fix that I took some time off work to renovate. A, you did this yourself? You must be joking. You did such a good job that it looks professional. B, thanks. I just have one complaint. I worked so hard that I'm exhausted. I need another week off to rest. This is the conversation. Practice reading it with your friend. One can be A and the other one can be student B. Okay? So what did we cover in our lesson today? We learned the difference between must and can't and how they are opposite. They carry an opposite meaning, and how do we use it in sentences. Also to speculate, we learned how to use so that and such that in meaningful statements. For the fun fact today, avocados, this is a type of fruit. I thought it's a vegetable at the beginning, not a vegetable. So this is the fun fact. It's a fruit, not a vegetable. Avocados are a fruit, not a vegetables. They are technically considered a single-seeded berry, believe it or not. This is for the fun fact today. Thank you for listening. That's it for today, and inshallah I will see you next class.